Hey, today is October 25th. I'm going to do this slightly different. I was never able to upload last week's video. I'm going to try again. This time, I'm going to try to do it directly through YouTube, see if that makes a difference. I'm a little thrown because the screen and the camera look a little bit different than what I'm used to, but we'll see what we're going to do. This time I actually put stuff in pretty much publisher order, which I generally don't do. Again, all this is stuff from Torpedo Comics in City of Orange, and got to recommend that along with the Burger Parlor, which is always my weekly Wednesday afternoon visit. That's when I cheat on my diet. And today I really cheated. I tried a new an ice cream place called Afters, which took over from another ice cream place, which I think was just called Ice Cream Parlor. This place is really good. They have something called After Mush or After Hush, and it's an ice cream sandwich made from a glazed donut. I know, you're right. I should have passed on that, but I couldn't. Anyways, let's get down to comics. And we're going to start out with DC. We'll do the big two first, and then we're going to get to the smaller publishers. I'm going to start with Sandman Hellblazer, #1. Love that cover. Within the next couple issues, it's supposed to cross over with, or at least tie into, Books of Magic. So we'll see what that's like. We got the first issue of Joe Hill's Hill House Comics, one of DC's Black Label imprints. And this is Basket Full of Heads, about a young girl and her boyfriend go to an island. Her boyfriend is kidnapped by some mysterious group, and she comes across a magic axe, which she discovers when she beheads someone, the head remains alive. Hence the title, which sounds really cool. And Joe Hill is a really good writer, and he actually writes this one, so we'll check this one out. The final issue of Deceased, which I've been enjoying. And I already heard some spoilers on this, so we'll see what happens. And I don't know if this continues, but someone said that, and the spoilers I heard is that things are kind of left open. In one shots, we have from the Tales of the Dark Universe. This came out last week. I skipped it, but decided to go with it. This is Batman Nightfall. These are alternate tales from that sort of take off from bigger events. So this takes place years after Nightfall, and here we have Tales of the Dark Universe, Death of Superman, in which Lois decides she acquires the power of the Terminator, I think, and the DC's Terminator, and goes on a revenge rampage. Got the second issue of Harleen by Stepan Sijak. Probably mispronounce both names. This is really good. I know there are like 2 or 3 different Holly Joker series going on, but I picked on this one, and I think this really rocks. I guess if you care, you're a Marvel Zombies fan, and this is Marvel Zombies Resurrection. They're going to kind of reboot the Marvel Zombies. So I guess the previous Marvel Zombies didn't exist, or existed in an alternate timeline or reality. So I'm looking forward to this. Philip Kennedy Johnson and Leonard Kirk. Well, you know the art's going to be good then if it's Leonard Kirk. We got Contagion which is a miniseries. I think is only like 5 or 6 issues. I'm enjoying it. It's not too bad. Again, this doesn't tie in like Marvel Zombies. This doesn't tie into the regular Marvel timeline or continuity, but it's still pretty cool. This is, believe it or not, if you can see it, this is Excalibur #1. I just loved that cover. Jubilee chews bubblegum because she's chewing bubblegum and kicking ass. Anyways, this is, this is by, who this is by? Mike Del Mundo. Okay. Or at least that's, maybe that's just a cover. This is a continuation. These are all the first issues of what came from the Hickman X-Men House of and Powers of. So I'm looking forward to that. As I said previously, I didn't care for X-Men #1. I thought it was a kind of issue. I did like Marauders, and I know that's I don't know if it's a minority opinion, but I know it's mixed opinions on Marauders, which I actually liked. That stars Kitty Pryde, Storm, Emma Frost, and some other characters, and I liked it. So we'll see how we feel about that one. We got Invisible Woman #4, which I think is the last issue of that one. It was all right. It wasn't bad. I don't know what the deal is with this one, since I'm like an issue behind. This is Savage Avengers Annual, #1. I said I'm an issue behind on Savage Avengers, so I don't know if this ties in, if this is a one-shot or whatever. I'm really devastated knowing that this is the last issue of Death's Head. I've really been enjoying this series. It's a lot of fun. I like the character of Death's Head. Obviously, going to have to go back and pick up some previous trades. Like I said, the character's always been a lot of fun. And we got issue 19 of Venom. And this is one of the Amazing Mary Jane variants. A nice cover. Nice cover. Has nothing to do with the story, mind you, but there you go. And now we're going to get to the smaller presses or alternate presses. From Aardvark Vanheim, we got Colliron Cerebus in Hell, which continues. These are a lot of fun. Again, it's Cerebus in Hell. This is with art by Charlie Adlard. It's Vampire State Building, and it is exactly what you think. It's a group of vampires led by this immortal king vampire have taken over the Empire State Building and are slowly going through and feeding. And it's about a group of about a dozen people who survived the initial onslaught. They're trying to get out somehow. Last week I talked about Journey of Whispers. I confused those titles, although that has to do with a horror host as well. This is what I was thinking of. This is Count Crowley, which a young television producer basically has to take over from the horror host, and she's not happy about it. And when she takes over, she discovers there's more to it, as I said last week, than just hosting horror shows. Kick-Ass number 18. Really good female hero. I recommend that. Rick and Morty number 55 from Oni. And keep in mind, the Rick and Morty is going to be starting in a month or so. only five episodes of this year, which is kind of a disappointment, but I'm looking forward to it anyways. Bloodshot #2, again, heads up for the Vin Diesel film, which comes up next month. And something I don't know a lot about, although someone said it was similar to Haunting on Hill House. So I picked up the first and second issues. This is from Vault Comics, and it's The Plot. Like a, cemetery plot or burial plot. It's about a family that moves into a house near a cemetery. And when I was a kid growing up, my cousin, my uncle, actually had a house right next to the cemetery. And I always thought that was kind of cool and creepy. Well, that's it for me. Want to recommend the movie Countdown, which I thought was a fun horror movie. Not great, but fun. I also want to recommend Stan vs. Evil, which is in the 3rd season on Hulu, and also either in theaters and also on Netflix, Dolomite with Bill Murphy. Yeah. And he is Eddie Murphy, my bad. Eddie Murphy, who is absolutely fabulous. Anyways, that's it for me. I went on way too long this time. I doubt if this is going to get up, so why are you watching? Peace out.